Good day, everyone. I am Rochelle Sese, a BSed English 2B, and I am assigned to report the sample lesson 5, which is the using general analysis to teach reporting language, or the intermediate. So, this topic is all about on how to teach grammar through text. So, as we have seen, language is a sensitive context, and in accordance to understand the language, we need to have some knowledge of its context. So, when we say context, it can also determine the kind of language that is used. Just like, for example, a request for a loan will be worded differently if it is made to a friend rather than to a bank manager. So, the study of these ways in which social contexts impact upon language choices is called the genre analysis. So, genre, what is genre? So, a genre, it is a type of text whose overall structure and its grammatical and lexical feature have been determined by the concept of which it is used and which over time become institutionalized. So, using the genre analysis, we have here a 7 steps. And the first step is the teachers dictate the following words to the class or to the students and explain the key are the keywords in the new story. So, the students are encouraged to ask about the meaning of the unfamiliar words, and then in pairs, they try to imagine what the story is all about. So, I have here some example words so that the students can follow. So, first word is the monkey. The second word is escaped. The third word is Thursday. And the fourth word, enclosure. The next one is missing. The next one is spokesperson. Vandals, attacked, stuff, sighting, loose, says, zoo, children's, night, and 12. So that's are the words. So, in the step 2, having elicited some of the students' predictions, so the teachers present the following authentic text so that the class and establishes that they are separate new bulletins taken at different times from an internet or the TVNZ website. So, they will ask or the students will ask to try put the three texts in the probable chronological order in which they appeared. So, I have here an example of a text. First is the concern for missing monkey. The second one is the sighting of missing monkey. And the third one is the monkey still on the loose. So, we will proceed to the step 3 in which the teacher will check the task, drawing attention to clues in the text. So, for example, the use of the indefinite article in a monkey in the first sentence of text A and C. So, suggest that it predates references to the monkey in text B. So, the greater concern for the monkey's well-being in text A suggests that it follows text C. And in fact, the actual order of the text that I was given in the step 2 is C, A, and B. So the step 4 is the teacher will ask the students to use the evidence of all three texts that was generalized the function of each paragraph. So these functions are summarized briefly as being first paragraph is to report the current situation or the most recent event. For example, the update. And the second one is the sketch of the background of the story. And the third one is to report an insider's viewpoint. So, let's proceed to the step 5. So, after the teacher asks the learners to use the evidence of all the three texts to identify the language features of each paragraph, again, these can be summarized as in update, we will identify the present tenses, either the present simple or the continuous or perfect. And in the background, we will identify the mainly past simple. And in the viewpoint, we will identify the indirect speech or the modal verbs, which is the will or might. So the step 6, the teachers will ask the learners to imagine the outcome of the story. So the students will imagine what would be the outcome of the story, and then to write the fourth and the final bulletin. So they are reminded to use the pattern, which is the update, the background, and the viewpoint. So, and they are also have the freedom to choose their tenses accordingly. And this works is for groupings, and one group doing this activity produce the following stories. So I will show you here the following story that the one group have been produced. So after all those tasks, after all those steps, we have here now the final step, which is the step 7. So the teacher supplies students with the final story as actual reported. So we have now the outcome, we have now the final story that have been produced. So we have here the final story, which is the escaped monkey shot dead. That is the title of the story. So I will read you. The monkey that has been on the loose in New Plymouth for 5 days has been shot dead. The capuchin monkey was the last of 12 escaped after vandals attacked an enclosure of Brooklands Children's Zoo. So, zoo spokesperson Anthony Jones says the monkey was spotted in nearby Pukura Park, and a bid was made to try to coax it to take food laced with sedatives. So, however, he says it became clear the monkey had no intention of going near staff, and it was decided to shoot it. So that is the outcome of the story. So in all, a genre is a type of text whose features have become conventionalized over time. And as a sports commentary, an email message, a political speech, and an internet news bulletins are all examples of a different genre. So, when we say genre analysis, it is an approach not only respects the integrity of the whole text, but with regards the features of a text as being directly influenced by its communicative function and its context of use. So in this chapter, we have discussed the way that the language is context sensitive, which is to say that an utterance becomes fully intelligible only when it is placed in its context. And there are at least 3 levels or layers of context, which is the context, that is the surrounding text, and the context of situation, that is the situation in which the text is used, and the context of culture, which is the cultural significant features of the situation. So each of these types of context can contribute to the meaning of the text. So this implication of this context sensitive view of language on grammar teaching are that grammar is the best taught and practiced in context. So this means using whole text as context for grammar teaching. So we have looked at a number of ways of using the text, and some of these have a advantages of using text. So the first one is they provide contextual information, which is allowing learners to deduce the meaning of the unfamiliar grammatical items from the context. So the next one is, if the texts are authentic, they can show how the item is used in real communication. So as well as grammar input, so text provided the vocabulary input, skills practice, and exposures the features of text organization. So their use in the classroom is good preparation for independent students. Okay, so or for the independent study. So if the text come from the students themselves, so they may be more engaging and their language features therefore more memorable. So texts are not without their problems. However, notably that the difficulty of the text, especially an authentic one, may mean that some of the above advantages are lost. So the alternative is to use the simplified text may give a misleading impression as how to the language item is naturally used, again defeating the purpose of using the text. So not all text will be of equal interest to students. So students who want quick answers to simple questions may consider the use of text to be the scenic route the language to language awareness and would prefer a quickly or more direct route instead. So that's all for my report. Again, I am Rochelle Sese, your reporter of the day. Have a good day.